Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're exploring exactly why Tempe, Arizona has positioned itself as one of America's absolute best places to live in 2026. We're pulling some amazing insights directly from Phoenix Home's comprehensive 2026 neighborhood guide, and we're going to break down how this incredibly diverse city actually manages to match its unique neighborhoods to practically any lifestyle. Honestly, whether you're relocating from completely across the country or maybe just moving across the valley, you'll see that Tempe has evolved dramatically from its agricultural and college town roots into a major, thriving regional hub.
Okay, let's dive right into an insight from the Phoenix Homes Guide that I think perfectly captures Tempe's unique magic. Just picture this. You could spend your Saturday morning paddleboarding out on the water, then go catch the undeniable, crazy energy of an ASU football game, and somehow still retreat to a peaceful, established residential street for a quiet dinner at home. It's a super rare combination for any metropolitan area, really. And honestly, it's the secret sauce to what makes these neighborhoods so highly sought after right now.
You know, it's a reality that actually catches a lot of buyers completely by surprise. Tempe is absolutely not a one-size-fits-all city. You can literally find a historic urban bungalow right next to the downtown action, and you can also find a sprawling suburban estate with a massive three-car garage. Both of these homes share the exact same Tempe address, but they offer totally different lifestyles, different commute patterns, and obviously different price points. And that is exactly why zeroing in on the right neighborhood matters so much.
So, let's kick things off with our first lifestyle match, the suburban sanctuary. This is all about space, schools, and established neighborhoods.
When we look at South Tempe, three standout neighborhoods really emerge based on vibe and price. First up, you've got Warner Ranch. This one ranges from $700,000 to over $1.2 million. It's incredibly polished, spacious, and just super popular with families. Then there's Altamira, sitting comfortably between $650,000 and $950,000. It's really known for a cohesive, community-minded atmosphere. We're talking the kind of place where neighborhood block parties still happen. And finally, Tally Ho Farms, running from $700,000 to over $1.3 million. This area offers a uniquely private, really roomy feel with gorgeous custom ranch-style estates.
The beautiful thing here is that all of these neighborhoods share some absolutely incredible baseline features. Like if you value top-tier schools, think Kyrene Schools and Corona del Sol High. Or if you're dreaming of a private pool, huge mature trees, or just a big backyard for the kids and dogs to run around in, these established suburban enclaves are your absolute perfect match. You get that classic, roomy suburban lifestyle, but without being forced to commute from the outer, far-flung edges of the valley.
But hey, maybe your priority right now isn't a three-car garage or a sprawling lawn. What if you're craving a lifestyle where you can literally just leave your car parked and walk or bike everywhere you need to go? That brings us perfectly to our second lifestyle persona, the urban and connected. This is where we focus on walkability, character, and investment.
Let's move centrally to the Maple, Ash, and Wilson historic districts. This builds an entirely different picture of Tempe. Here, you'll find gorgeous, historic craftsman homes and bungalows tucked away on incredibly leafy streets. And the biggest lifestyle perk? The location, without a doubt. You are literally steps away from grabbing dinner on Mill Avenue, hanging out at the waterfront at Tempe Town Lake, or walking onto the ASU campus. It is a completely different, vibrant experience compared to conventional suburban living.
Now, within the same general urban core, there's another really interesting angle. If you're an investor or maybe a commuter looking for pure practicality, the McClintock corridor hits a fantastic sweet spot. It gives you a slightly more conventional suburban feel, but it completely maintains that incredible downtown access. Because it's so close to major employment hubs, transit, and ASU, this specific area sees insanely strong rental demand. So it's an incredibly investor-friendly zone.
But what if you find yourself somewhere right in the middle? Like, what if you're a first-time buyer or a creative professional, and you really want that proximity to the action and a bit of yard space, but there is no way you're paying the premium price tag of a historic district?
Enter our third lifestyle match, the Value Seeker. This is all about finding a real value and awesome vintage charm.
Take a look at Tempe Gardens, for instance. It ranges from around $450,000 to $750,000, and it's absolutely full of mid-century ranch homes with surprisingly massive lots and these great mature citrus trees. Contrast that with North Tempe and the Hudson Manor area, which ranges from $400,000 to $650,000. That is a highly attainable entry point, right? Plus, it places you incredibly close to the gorgeous outdoor trails over at Papago Park.
The absolute best part about buying in these value zones is that you still get fantastic, really functional features.
We're talking those highly sought-after single-level layouts, classic carports, and crucially, extra yard space. Space that you can easily transform into a killer workshop, a dedicated home gym, a massive garden, or just a quiet, isolated remote office. You don't have to completely sacrifice your ideal lifestyle just to hit your budget.
All right, so we've looked at the distinct neighborhoods, but let's talk about the universal Tempe perks, the massive benefits for every lifestyle, no matter where you live in the city.
Perhaps Tempe's biggest practical flex is its universal connectivity. I mean, you are perfectly bracketed by major freeways. The I-10, US 60, the 101, and the 202. If you don't feel like driving, no problem. You've got the Valley Metro Light Rail and the cool new Tempe streetcar. And for business travelers or anyone with family out of state, get this. You are literally just minutes away from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. You are connected to absolutely everything.
On top of that, you get everyday access to world-class amenities right in your backyard. You've got amazing outdoor havens for kayaking and running right there at Tempe Town Lake. Plus, and this is a huge one for long-term peace of mind, the city is geographically centered around major, premium medical networks like Banner Health, Honor Health, and Phoenix Children's. This mix of recreation, instant connectivity, and top-tier healthcare makes Tempe a practically bulletproof location for long-term living.
Now, of course, the source material is quick to emphasize that navigating this highly diverse, fast-moving market requires some serious expertise. Seriously, a single block can totally change a home's school boundary or its traffic pattern. That is exactly why the guide highlights the 35 years of Arizona real estate experience brought to the table by Brian Staley from Phoenix Homes. He understands the quirks of these micro-neighborhoods intimately.
And to really underline the level of guidance we're talking about here, the guide notes that Brian holds elite industry designations like CRS, GRI, and ABR. Now, I know that might just sound like a bunch of alphabet soup, but these are actually rigorous professional distinctions achieved by only 4% of realtors nationwide. That guarantees you have unmatched, data-driven guidance through every single up and down of the market cycle.
So, what's it going to be? We've covered the sprawling, family-friendly estates of South Tempe, the historic, incredibly walkable charm of the downtown districts, and those brilliant mid-century value pockets. Whether you envision a quiet evening under mature trees in Warner Ranch, or an early morning paddleboard session before you just walk to work near Mill Avenue, which Tempe lifestyle fits your next chapter? Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer, and we will definitely see you next time as we continue breaking down the data behind the places we live.